The goal of the rocket is to lay out the groundwork for Sunride to do liquid rockets for years to come.
The main requirement is get it off the pad. Be the first UK student team to launch a liquid rocket.
A liquid rocket engine has been built using a 3D printer by students in Sheffield.
In the old Sunfire team, started working on the Sunfire 2 engine. So that was the first 3D printed student rocket engine in the UK. We actually only hot fired that at Race to Space, in 2023.
And then came the pressure dropping, yes. And then later,
Sunfire 2, and it failed during the burn, but overall it was a great success.
But then we kind of absorbed the Sunfire engine series into our own thing, and then made Sunfire 3 in the first semester of this year.
Sunfire 3 is our second regeneratively cooled rocket engine. It uses isopropyl alcohol and nitrous oxide as the fuel and oxidizer.
Yeah, so this is a light impingement injector. These outer holes are our IPA holes, and they impinge.
The engine itself was 3D printed out of aluminium, which is an uncommon material for additively manufactured engines. This allowed us to develop the engine quickly and cheaply in order to get it to the testing stage as fast as possible.
Over the first semester of this year, we worked on Sunfire 3 and hot fired that in March of this year.
We booked it there airborne and did 3 hot fires of the engine. One and just a 2-second burn just to check it was all good. Then a longer 5-second burn, and then we pushed the engine beyond its design point.
We also did a cold flow test where we were testing the tank and piston system that uses the nitrous oxide pressure to push out the IPA.
Copy that, launch driver please. Bottles open, arming the system. Demand. Blink fill valve now, watch pressures. Increasing.
So the first time we did the cold flow, myself.
A communication error?
Yeah, a communication error of my brain and to my fingers meant that one of the valves was opened slightly early. By slightly early, it was about 30 seconds early.
All PTs reading 0.
0.
And the first test didn't go too well. You know, there were communication issues with the team, so like the person doing the valves and the person looking at the data, that wasn't great.
The piston was too short lengthways and parallaxed in the inner tank.
That's our water hole.
That's actually.
And it was quite a big, oh dear moment.
Yeah.
And we knew we had to do something quite quickly.
It looked like a tube of toothpaste.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Is it solid?
How's she
Oh
looking?
my god!
Ooh,
look at that.
That looks kind of cool.
That could also be CO2.
Yeah, no, I think the first test taught us a lot about sort of communication and planning for the test.
I mean, we planned out more exactly what was going to happen, and we upgraded the piston so it wouldn't get jammed again.
Cool, all good. Right, going in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, arming, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The whole goal behind Desert Winds was looking at a liquid rocket and how simple we could make it. How far could we cut back the concept to make it as easy for us to launch as possible. We cut out as many parts as possible. In the end, we ended up with an extremely simple rocket. For our tank design, we utilised a system that was popularised by Halfcat rocketry in the US. And this is a very simple system where you have a fuel tank inside an oxidizer tank. And we used a piston to transfer this nitrous pressure into pressurising our fuel. And this meant that we only needed 2 valves on the rockets. One of these is for our oxidizer and one of these is for our fuel. To control the valves, we're using an RC remote, which is off the shelf, and we use that to communicate with the rocket and control our valves. Desert Winds is very important for me and for the team because it's our first step into launching a liquid rocket. After you've started firing rocket engines, the next logical step is putting those rocket engines in a vehicle. Desert Winds is the vessel for moving forward with our team and getting to launch motors that we've built ourselves.
The rocket is quite big and quite heavy, so yeah, there was a lot of bubble wrap involved, a lot of foam padding wherever we could put it.
We saw the airport baggage people absolutely yeet the tank into the kind of, carrier vehicle thing. I went to pick up the tank and I lifted it and I looked in the end and one almost, say, 1/8 of it was completely flat. And I just thought, shit.
It's going to take ages to fix.
Yeah, tomorrow's the entire day. All I'm saying is more bubble wrap would have done it.
No, the wooden bits fell off. They took them off. To be fair, yeah. I don't know how that happened.
Right, we've made it to the car hire place. They've dropped the tank, so now we're going to UCLA's workshop to try and undrop the tank.
Slightly fucked.
Yeah. It's a bit dented.
The airport have dented our tank. So now we are kind of at UCLA, courtesy of Alex, trying to fix it.
It's hammer time.
And many thanks to UCLA rocket team, because otherwise we would not be in the position to even be close to launching this.
Street, the one I cycle to. Those were the days. That's what I'll say. Oh, what a shame. Those were my favorite days. Those were the days.
So excited to be back. Looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
sick. Okay, yeah, well, so we're here at Walmart. Just picked up a load of supplies. Lots of water, lots of Gatorade, lots of frozen meals, and donuts,
Yeah, 'cause on the plan, the main thing for today was like basically just get here, isn't it? Let's like recover from the flight. Actually, no, last year it was assemble 89. Really tight last year, wasn't it? We got to build everything.
What am I doing? I'm putting together a pump. Good with Tom. You know what coding.
I'm having a blast. So the name Desert Winds was we were trying to come up with cool sand-related names, considering the engine is called Sandy. Last time, the place we stayed for the Calfa launch was the Best Western in Mojave called Desert Winds. So I suggested it, and it kind of just stuck from then on.
Hell yeah. Got video.
Got beer.
Hell yeah.
Got barbecue.
Got freedom.
And we've got freedom.
Hell yeah.
The vibe on prep day was really, really chilled, to be honest.
It was really nice because we had far to ourselves.
Yeah.
And we were just like nice and steady, everyone getting ready, really well organised. It was hot, like that was the first day I really felt the hot winds, like 40 degrees.
We're going to hydrostatic a couple of the lines to check they're not leaking, then assemble the propulsion section, which hopefully shouldn't take too long, and then we can put that on the tank with the inner tank in there.
I do need these solid tuning.
This is the assembly guide. We've kept track of all the things that we need to do in what order, so we're just going through it.
About 790. We should double check that. Put it on the scales.
These are our valves, all servo operated with gears inside the cases. We've disassembled them.
To disassemble the whole valve assemblies, all three of them, just to fiddle with one small nut.
Some people might think, oh, it's literally one notch, it's going to be closed, but that's an issue we faced at Pakistan. That's one thing I definitely took away.
Yeah, let's just practice changing the preset of 9, see if it then reports a main deploy altitude of 2,500. Then we'll know that we know what we're doing.
Loads of tape that we've just then we're gonna heat shrink duct tape. Yeah.
On prep day, I made a massive effort to try do everything we could on that day so we could launch as early on launch day.
So we are packing the parachutes to go to a dry run on the launch rail.
We've finished assembling the tanks and the rocket. We're about to do a fit test on one of the rails to see how it'll go tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll all be good for launch.
Part of our ground support is having a machine part that slides over the rail, so we need to test that fitted on the rails in America.
I've never really had that much investment in one of the Sunride launchers before. Like, this is my first proper rocket, I'd say.
Kind of a bit of anticipation, but at that point no one was particularly nervous. We'd done all the prep, kind of exhausted from the early start anyways.
No launch nerves to set in for me yet, but I'm sure tomorrow, as soon as we get down that far road, I'm sure the nerves will set in. But we have all the preparation done, so the last thing to do is launch this rocket.
We've got Raven operational, Strat operational, ground box operational, transmitter, valves, minimum one tracker working, that's all the evidence. And then the igniter.
No, it's just checking.
We were able to set up and get everything mounted very quickly because we tested it all the day before.
All I needed doing was getting it on the pad, filling it with nitrous, getting the nose cone and avionics on.
Nothing's dripping, so it's definitely cracked. Cool. Twitching.
Twitching?
We've loaded on everything apart from the nose cone and the run cam and all the avionics. All the fuel's in there. This is all the nitrous fill line. Everything's tightened. Fintan has cranked everything to Kingdom Come. We've just tested the servos. They're all good. And hopefully we should get the nose cone on, get the cameras on the rail, and then lift it up.
We're going to chuck the bottle like here-ish behind. We're going to hook up the nitrogen pot now, turning all the shit on the nose cone.
Is it on?
It is in.
Yeah, we need to raise the...
I think it's literally just... there's some...
We're waiting on a launch operation stop for Fintan to manage the flows with the transmitter.
Fintan better not fumble for valves.
Yeah,
fat fingers.
Yeah, no sausage fingers hopefully. But yeah, we're just waiting for the rail to go vertical and waiting for the FAR guys to come help us with that. And then it should be good.
I'm so nervous. I'm bricking it.
If it gets above 500 meters, we will be the highest UK liquid-built rocket since 1971, which is absolutely nuts.
Not just students, UK as a whole.
Somebody give him some glasses. Give him your glasses. Tom, Maddie, we'll go in the closed bunker.
Everyone's nerves kicked in at that point. Everyone was very, very on edge.
The main requirement is get it off the pad. Or be the first UK student team to launch a liquid rocket.
Right, okay, I'm in fill. Start filling now.
Good stuff. Have you guys seen anything?
Not yet. Come on the left side of the nose cone.
We got to the point where we were expecting to see liquid out the vent, but due to how far it is a very dry environment, we didn't see any of the white mists. As soon as we hit 5.5, no questions asked, and that we were just going to go.
Stay in bunkers. Bunkers in.
Such a nice flame as well. That flame.
Oh! 26,008. 26,009. We're just going down. Apogee. 26,960 feet.
Oh, nearly.
The moment Tom said 25,000 feet, honestly, that was an incredible moment.
Oh my god, we did a thing!
It was mostly just it moving upwards with the flame coming out the bottom was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It was just surreal.
Yeah.
And the whole camaraderie of the team, like everyone was hugging each other and high-fiving. It was brilliant. Yeah, first student UK team to launch a liquid rocket.
So the rocket is 2,500 feet in altitude and 32,000 feet in distance that way. Probably just gone down on the other side of the mountain. Yeah, I think that's gone. I think that's it. That's all we've got.
So it was descending at 30 feet per second, which, actually thinking about it, that's really slow for a drogue.
We had tracking from the avionics bay, which was still intact, thankfully, after the launch. But we quickly realised that it was only the nose cone that was still attached.
We drove out to the last GPS ping from the nose cone before it went over the mountain range. It was quite a long drive. We had to basically drive round the entire stretch of mountains, over a bunch of very questionable roads.
We got out our truck because we couldn't go any further, and then as we were heading there, I was holding the antenna and I just like flicked it across. I don't know what I was doing, but then I saw it flash as I did that, and then we went towards that ping.
What's that? Wow. There's no eye bolt attached to this, so it didn't strip the threads.
No, it broke the little quick link.
What, so it broke the eye bolt?
Yeah, quick link on it. Probably.
That means Dom was right. He's going to be so spun.
So they went to the nose cone, found just the nose cone, and like, what are we missing?
Yeah.
Basically, the whole rest of the rocket wasn't there. The tank, engine, the stringers.
So we looked at the data from the nose cone avionics, saw where it had separated, and tried to guess what trajectory this quite heavy tank and engine section went.
Out on the salt flats, and in the desert. We spent 8 hours between 2 days walking out there, and we found absolutely nothing.
It's been a bit of a up and down day. We've tried to find desert winds, haven't been able to so far. We're going to try again, of course.
Went back to the far site and we sat down. We were just exhausted from the heat. And someone from another team came in. They said to us, "Oh, we saw the upper stage of your rocket."
This guy just found desert winds.
Oh my god, man.
Yes!
Where was it?
No way.
Was it on the salt flat?
No way.
Sick.
Oh, the fins are fun.
The fins are... I'm not sure
And then the whole room erupted. We were all screaming.
Oh, thank you so much, Ryan. Oh my god. Oh, we can relax tomorrow. Piss up time. Oh my Christ. I'm shaking again.
UCLA are the goats. We have. They found our rocket somewhere where we'd never have looked because it's on a different side of the road. They've helped us. They've also helped us invent a tank. What else? And they've sorted us out with some more nitrous.
Oh mate, they are. We love you, UCLA.
And they also helped me with a sleeping bag as well.
We are now on the way to hopefully recover said rocket and see what we can get out of it.
It's drifted left of the farm. How? We'd never have checked that.
I think we'll get a relaunch out of this, definitely.
Yeah, I reckon we can launch it today, you know. Yeah.
She'll push you.
What I really kind of want to say is how fearless the team have been. They just don't take no for an answer. Like it's ridiculous. It was ridiculous to do Desert Winds. You know, less than 1 year, 6 months in designing it. It's a crazy idea, but if you give students like this a chance, they'll take it. And they got the record. First UK team to ever launch a liquid rocket. It's amazing.
Now, a record-breaking liquid-fueled rocket's been launched by University of Sheffield students in the California desert. The rocket was built by the
Working on Desert Winds taught me a lot about liquid propulsion, which I previously knew very little about. This year we aim to build on the success of Desert Winds, but bring it home to the UK and launch a liquid rocket on UK soil. This will be the first time that students have ever been able to do this, so it'd be a massive achievement if we can achieve it. So far we've designed the liquid rocket and also moved on to manufacturing some of the key components such as bulkheads. We've also started to construct the mock rocket, which will launch at the same launch site to test recovery and avionics systems before the full liquid launch. We've started to plan our testing procedures and outline what requirements we need to set in place to make sure it is a safe launch.
I live at number 4, you live at number 2, but on a different street, the one I cycle to. We're eating Easter sweets and Nando's on your floor. I hope we're doing this in 20 years or more. Place from next door's house, and all I'm really thinking about is you.
Take rain. Take rain.
Those were the days. That's what I'll say.
I think it's going to be flawless. Winter flawless. It's very nice, spacious. Space for Stephen, the cameraman, but the camera isn't working currently, so
The camera will be fixed.
It will be fixed.
Overthinking things, cause it's a Tuesday night. I know it's what we said, but there's no drinks inside.
Check this out. This is engineering live. This is what we learn at uni.
No, this is what they call a crucible.
Thinking, not even thinking that could, well, we knew it could happen. But we didn't think it would happen. And there was no picking them off in the entire time.
That's what I'll say. Oh, what a shame. Those were my favorite days. Those were the days. That's what I'll say. Oh, what a shame.
Camera pin in.
Those were my favorite days. Those were the days. That's what I'll say. Oh, what a shame.